welcome back to the Coding Hub. In today's video we'll have a look at the brand new Umbraco version 9, which just got released today on September 29th, 2021. So the coolest thing about this new version of Umbraco is that it runs on the new .NetCore infrastructure from Microsoft. So that means that you can actually run Umbraco on things like Linux and macOS, which is super cool because it allows more and more developers to use Umbraco on whatever machine they might be using. So I'll have links to all of these places I'm talking about, but you can head over to our Umbraco and check out the requirements that you use to run Umbraco now. And for the purpose of this video, we're actually running Umbraco on a Chromebook. Pretty cool. So you can actually visit the Umbraco website using the Chromebook. So yeah, you're going to need at least .NET 1.0, an SQL connection string. For our tutorial, we're going to be creating, or I've already created a SQL server instance on Microsoft Azure. So if you want to do the same, then please do so. For stuff like SQL Server, you will need SQL Server or Azure SQL to install Umbraco V9, and unless you're running Windows, the easiest way to do this is actually via some sort of a cloud infrastructure like Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud. And you can get something as cheap as £5 a month for a basic one if you just want to test something. So please go check that out if you don't have Windows. So these are your minimum requirements. Please go review these if you're unsure whether you can run this on your machine. Most Chromebooks that are on the latest version of Chrome OS 93 should be able to run this no problem. And if you want to install .NetCore, then please head over to the instructions from Microsoft. So you'll need to open your terminal on your Chromebook or whatever you're using, whether it's Mac or another Linux distribution, and then head over to .NET 5. And in here you can select the Linux package installer, which describes what you need to do to install this on Linux. And yeah, here you will need to scroll down to the relevant version of Linux that you're running. For Chromebooks, you'll want to go to Debian and then click here. And this will walk you through how to install .NetCore. And it's pretty straightforward. You just run these commands here, and that is pretty much it. Make sure you run them with sudo, because there have been some permission issues on Chromebooks, as they're a little bit more secure when it comes to the terminal on Linux. Next, you should head over to the Umbraco 9 page, and then there's a link here called Install Umbraco. That will then take you here, which will go through how to install Umbraco. Now, there are several different ways to install Umbraco, as you can see here, but we'll be following the recommended solution, which is using the CLI. So initially what you'll do is head over to your command line and actually go over to the correct folder. And in here, once you have your .NET installed, which I already have, you will need to do sudo .NET new -i Umbraco and if you're familiar with .NET Core, the way you install or the way you create different projects is via .NET New, and as you can see here, you have multiple different templates when you first install .NET Core, like console application, class library, MVC projects, stuff like that. And what this first command here tells you is to add the Umbraco templates for creating new projects. Now, what it skips here actually is it tells you to install the Umbraco templates, but it doesn't tell you to create a new project. So if you're new to .NET Core, you might get a little bit confused here, because point number 3 says then go to the project folder where the csproj file is. However, as we can see here, if I do ls, which describes my folder structure, you can see there's nothing in here. And if I head over to my folder, there's actually nothing in here either. So what I would say is that you actually then need to create a project. So what you need to do is do sudo .NET new and then Umbraco. And the reason why you do Umbraco is, as you can see here, you have your short names. So these correspond to the package, the project template that you want to create. And in our case, it's Umbraco because we want to create an Umbraco project. And there's also Umbraco package template that you can use as well. So if we do this, you can see now that we have files and folders that were created. Now, what it then says is that we need to navigate inside this folder, which we already are, and then just run .NET run. So let's do that. Sudo .NET run. And wait for our project to build. Okay, once the project is finished compiling, you can either go to the HTTPS or the HTTP version of it. I'm just going to go to the HTTP version as I haven't got any certificates installed. And if we head over here, we'll begin the Umbraco installation process. So in here we just we'll put in our name, email, and then a password, just a very simple password, and then we need to put in our database configuration. So if we do just custom connection string, and then I copy a connection string that I've got predefined here, and let's click continue. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's get the server. Test. And password 1, 2, 3. As you saw there, I couldn't actually connect to my database. The reason for that was I hadn't actually added my IP address to the allow list for my Azure SQL server. So let's try that again. Okay, there we go. It's gone through. We don't want to save that. Let's wait for it to finish installing. And here we go, we are inside Umbraco. This is the Umbraco back office. Let's see what the actual front end looks like. Presume there's nothing there. Oh no, there's just a very simple homepage. And yeah, this is Umbraco running on Linux, and specifically on a Chromebook, which is pretty impressive and cool. And yeah, I hope this video has helped, and hopefully you can now install Umbraco on your Chromebook or your Mac or Linux device. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this video for more tech related videos like these, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.